Hello everyone, it's Cheryl Lazar from What's Trending. We are coming to you live from YouTube Space LA, and guess who's with me? Lucy Hale!
Hello!
Nice to see you. Yes, we do have an audience here actually. We have a great group of people.
Yeah.
And guess what? We have an amazing audience watching live on YouTube. Thanks so much for being
here. Hey guys,
here. Her new album, Road Between, is out next Tuesday, June 3rd. How exciting.
I mean, I can't really breathe, I can't really eat or sleep. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for quite some time for this, and hard to believe that it's literally right around the corner.
Well, we want to encourage everyone watching live. We are taking your questions live. I'm also in the chat room right now. Tweet us your questions using the hashtag AskLucyHale, and we are taking them live. We have a ton that came in actually before we even started this. But let's first get started on what inspired you to finally launch an album. I know music is a passion for you, yours from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, music was my hobby as a kid, and it was always just something that I loved to do. And for me, I think there's no greater thing in the world than music. And I moved out to LA when I was 15 for music, not really knowing what I wanted to do, and really grateful it didn't happen then. But it felt right. I guess we started the album when I was like 23, and I just felt secure enough in myself and the kind of person that I was and my sound and what I wanted to say, and there's really no other explanation other than it just felt like the right time in my life. And then had the luxury of having 2 years to make an album, and I feel like we got it right. So.
And now coming from Memphis, obviously country is something that's important to you. And so why was it important to bring that out as obviously this the genre of your music?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is in my bones. It's just sort of what was always around me growing up, and I feel really lucky to have been born in Memphis, which is such a musical city to begin with, and just really made me appreciate music, not just country music, but just music in general. And when I got signed, I could have done whatever I wanted, and you know, I just felt like I had to stick to my guns and really do what I felt was right, and what felt right for me was making a country album. I don't think that I would have felt...
No hip-hop for you, no.
Maybe, I'm not ruling it out. I don't know if you know, but there's a couple of country songs with some rapping in it, so who knows?
Awesome.
Not ruling it out, but yeah, it just felt right. Felt like
all right, we have some Twitter questions already. Let's start with this one from @KJ_Joanna. Which is your favorite song in general, which you can hear over and over again? And I'm assuming maybe from your album, because this is an album
from my
themed live chat.
Okay, yeah, why not? We'll just talk about my album as much as we can, right? June 3rd.
Celebration.
No, I'm just kidding. Favorite song from the album, there's a song called Lie a Little Better that is pretty catchy and gets me going in the morning, and it's one of my favorites, so probably I'd go with that one.
So listen to that one over and over and over again. Upload that video of you listening to it, or you know, singing it.
Totally.
We want people just collaborating.
I like where your head's at.
Your work.
Yeah, you need to be like my publicist or something. This is great.
So, talk about why you decided "You Sound Good to Me" to be your debut single. What does it represent to you in the album?
You Sound Good to Me. Sort of a song that we found really last minute, and was kind of unexpected that it was going to be the first single, but it was just one of those songs when I heard the demo, I couldn't get it out of my head. And I mean, that's like rule number one for like choosing a first single, and just felt right. You know, I feel like it set the tone for where I saw my career going, where I felt like it set the tone for the album in general, and Lucy as a person. I feel like that song kind of captures you know, special things about me, and so, and it's just really catchy, so just felt right.
We have another one from @WillFowler17.
Okay.
What song makes you the happiest on Road Between?
What song makes me the happiest?
Yes.
Oh, it's so hard to choose because, I mean, other than You Sound Good to Me, since we just talked about that one always makes me smile. There's a song called Love Tonight, which is like probably the most lighthearted, and it's probably the sexiest song on the album too. But it's just, what makes me smile about it is I love the melody within the chorus, and I don't know, it's my only reason for
anything with love just makes you
anything
happy.
with love
As
makes
long as
me
it's
happy.
good love.
Oh, there's lots of bad love.
We're not
out
into
there
bad
too.
love.
No.
Oh, speaking of love, @Hale Nervous asks, how are you feeling knowing that people are loving your songs?
Well, that's so nice. Thank you. Whatever that Twitter handle was.
@Hale Nervous?
Yeah, @Hale Nervous. It feels really great. I'm so grateful that people are, listening and buying the songs, but really giving it a shot. You know, because I think there was a lot of heads that were turning when, you know, when they heard that I was releasing an album. And so people are really opening up their eyes and their ears and giving it a chance. So it feels really gratifying. Feels really good.
Well, if they're a fan, why wouldn't they support all the things that you put
Yeah,
out
I'm
there
just
and it's something you care about and you worked hard at?
I mean, I'm just constantly blown away at, the fact that people want to watch me on a TV show or like buy my songs. I mean, it's weird, but it's so awesome. I feel really grateful.
So this one comes from @LoveHale Party. I love all these
these
Twitter names.
I want to go to the Love Hale
Connected
party.
to you. What is your favorite Road Between song and why? Oh, you already kind of answered that.
I have a different answer.
Oh, well,
I mean, my favorite
Okay.
song on the album, purely because of the message, is Nervous Girls. I think it has a pretty strong, sets a pretty strong message out there, and I thought it was really important for people to hear it, and I know that it really struck a chord with me and really spoke to my heart, and I hope it does with
Why
everyone
is
out there
that?
too. I mean, the message is basically, you, me, everyone, we kind of struggle with something, like insecurities, lack of self-confidence, whatever it is, and I've always considered myself a girl's girl, and I've always like rooted for other women, and I don't think there's enough of that, and I think that we often lose sight of the fact that we're all kind of fighting our own battles, and that song kind of says that, and just kind of to keep in mind that we're all in this together, sort of.
Forget that. Yeah. Women can be competitive, and girls.
I know, I've never really understood
Ladies.
it. I mean, competition is good, but I've always been competitive with myself. Like, I always try to top myself, like, always try to do better than I did the last time. I think there's room for everyone. It's always been my opinion.
I agree. That is a great message.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I thought you were going to start clapping.
I'm just clapping all the time.
yeah.
@LoveHale Party has another question. Funniest thing that happened when you were recording Road Between?
Funniest thing that happened. Okay, I've got two. Got two stories.
Bring it on.
So I'm in Nashville recording. This was at Starstruck, and I'm a huge Luke Bryan fan. And so I walk out to go to the bathroom, and I'm like texting, and I look up and like literally accidentally run into Luke Bryan, and he's like in his hunting gear.
Hunting gear?
And he's just
At
so
the
lovely.
studio?
I just love him so much. So there's that, and then this isn't actually really funny. It's more of like just a weird studio fact about me. We would always record from like, say, 10 to 1. We'd break for lunch from 1 to 2 and then come back and record more. And I would always get something with ranch dressing. It was always something with ranch dressing. And I would always come back from lunch and sing 50 times better than I did before. And so I guess like ranch dressing is my secret weapon, which I'm happy about because that just justifies my love for ranch dressing.
It's amazing.
Really great. Yeah.
It's kind of like your good luck thing now. You need to have
so.
ranch dressing on you. Like
Yeah.
a necklace with ranch dressing.
Why not?
We have a question coming in right now. #AskLucyHale. This one is from Courtney, who asks if you could do a duet with anyone dead or alive, who would you choose and why?
Such a big question.
I know, that is a hard one.
I mean, I've got like a top 5, but I'd say,
You can do a top 5.
no, I'll choose one.
Okay.
Because she made me fall in love with, she's one of the reasons I love country music so much. Martina McBride.
Yeah.
I actually had the pleasure of meeting her not too long ago, and she was everything I wanted her to be. But I remember I first heard her songs at like a singing competition. Somebody else was singing them. And then I like rushed home and like made my mom go get me Martina McBride CDs, and then I started performing her music. And so she was just such a huge influence for me as a kid, and still, like I still love her. So probably Martina.
What is the thing you miss the most about living in Memphis? This one comes from Jillian, Hale lover.
I mean, there's nothing like Southern hospitality. You know, it's just the air is just different there. It's just can't really explain it. But all my family's there, so I'd say that.
Do you get to go back often?
Holidays, and more so now that I'm doing my music again. But yeah, my sister's there, my mom's there, everybody's there. So
What's your favorite Southern comfort food?
it's a toss. Well, everything's sort of a casserole. My grandma makes everything a casserole, and she makes this like sweet potato like deliciousness. Not even on Thanksgiving. It's just like there.
All the time.
That, and I like fried pickles a lot with, guess it, ranch dressing.
Oh,
Yeah.
make me hungry.
Yeah.
@Hale's Melody wants to know who's your biggest inspiration in your life outside of your family? These are deep questions from fans. We
I know.
appreciate it.
I'm trying to think. You know, actually, who inspires me? I work with a lot of really talented people. I feel really, my PLL family, a lot of, all the girls, we sort of started the journey together, and we've all been through like good times and bad times, and everyone's remained so professional and so kind and so supportive, and it inspires me to see like my peers doing well and bringing their A game. There was not a pun intended, I swear, like to do with the show. But yeah, I'd say the girls that I work with.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Got to support
Yeah.
the people
They're
around
good
you.
girls.
It takes
Yeah.
a team.
It does.
To make it all
wouldn't
happen.
work. I swear, it wouldn't. The show would not work without our crew and great cast and everything.
And also, a lot of people want to know about the big debut you're making on a big country show.
Ooh,
soon.
the Opry, the 21st.
That's huge, right?
Yeah, no pressure or anything.
Yeah.
No, it feels pretty surreal. You know, like I said, growing up in Memphis, like, you know, you're aware of the Opry and its significance and everything that it's done for country music. And my idols have performed there, icons have performed there, and to know that I'm going to be singing in that circle is just crazy. I mean, that's like part of history, and you have to be invited to sing there. So the fact that I'm being invited, like, pretty early on in my music career, I mean, that's just, I feel like I'm not worthy.
Do you
I
get
don't know.
nervous? And how do you overcome
yeah.
your nervousness?
I do, but I guess that's where the acting comes in play. I guess
Yeah.
I'm just good at covering up. No, I always get nervous, but I think that's important. I think that once you lose those butterflies, then, you know, you should be doing something a little different. I whether it's auditioning or, you know, even for scenes, sometimes at work I get nervous, and definitely performing, but it kind of just like pumps me up. It's
And
my
live,
adrenaline.
right? Doing like with a band versus a script
Yeah.
of a show and a crew. It's a
Yeah,
different
and you never
experience.
know how people are gonna respond to what you're doing is
Yeah.
the other thing, but yeah.
And you wrote
Very
one of the
nervous.
songs on the album as well. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's a song called Just Another Song.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of writing for the album, and this one, I'm so happy that this one made it because we were in a writing session. We didn't really know what to write about, and we just started talking about music and how, or we were talking about how, like, I think we got started talking about how when you know how when you smell something, it takes you back to where you were in that place. So that kind of led to how when you hear a song, it can take you back to that emotion that you were feeling. And so pretty much it reminded me of a certain situation where you think you're doing okay, and then you hear a song and you're like, oh crap, I'm really not over this person. And so it was kind of just about that situation and how music is just really powerful and can almost like take you back in time, I guess.
It's always about love.
It's always about love. Love makes the world go round.
Another one, hashtag Ask Lucy Hale. I'm also in the chat room on youtube.com/Lucy Hale right
You're
now.
multitasking up in here.
This is why I'm
very
Get me
impressed.
to do this. Actually, let's ask this one. Something you can't get enough of. This one comes from @Lucy's Latte.
I could use a latte right now.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Something you can't get enough of.
Something
besides
I
fried pickles.
can't get enough of. And this is not just because the username is @Lucy's Latte. I love my coffee. I love my coffee. I go to sleep thinking about my coffee. I wake up, the first thing I do, no matter what I look like, I drive and go get coffee. I just live for it.
So fans should
love
get you
it.
coffee if they see you.
I mean, if you want
There
to.
you go.
Just don't like drug it or anything.
Which song do you relate to the most other than Road Between? @Hugs for Hale.
What song do I relate to the
Yeah.
most other than Road Between?
Off of the album.
I mean, we talked about Nervous Girls, and so obviously I relate to that. But I mean, we named the album Road Between for a reason. There's a song called Road Between, and I've just been saying that it's kind of like my anthem. It's Lucy's anthem, and you know, at the time that it was written, I was going through like kind of a weird time, and people who wrote the song knew what was going on, and they wrote. I don't know how they captured it so perfectly in words, but they did, and I'm so grateful to them. But it kind of says, you know, been through some things and certain situations, and I've grown a lot, but I'm not eventually where I'm gonna be. I'm kind of stuck in the road between, which is a good place to be
Yeah.
right now, I guess. But yeah, so then we decided to name it. It felt like the right album title.
I feel like a lot of people can identify with that.
I think so.
right?
I think that between Nervous Girls and Road Between, people are really drawn to those.
Yeah, and I guess what do you want fans to get from an album like this? From like the totality, the whole result of it?
I mean, I think all an artist can really hope for is that it's relatable.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I think after listening to the album, you get a clear idea of who Lucy is.
Which a lot of people want to hear
Yeah.
more about.
Yeah,
So
because-
listen to the album right now on iTunes.
This, love you for this. Yeah, I mean, you'll kind of understand some of the things that I've been through and the things that I stand for, and yeah, a lot of good stories within the album.
Nice. @Lucy Hale Army, what's your favorite thing about your fans?
Y'all are passionate. I mean, what really blows my mind is when there's something that you have to vote for.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they'll just vote. I don't know how they sleep. How do you guys sleep? They're just so kind, and they stick up for me in like situations, and they have like crazy awesome Twitter names like Lucy's Latte, and I'm just like, I almost feel like they're my friends, which is cool. I don't know. That's so sweet.
That's what the internet world is supposed to be. They're really all
yeah,
just
I
friends.
mean, and like I never got into what I do for that.
Yeah.
But to have that, it was totally unexpected, and I'm just very appreciative of all of you, and I thank you so much. Sometimes it's overwhelming. I'm just like, can't
Well, they're
believe
always
it.
there. They never,
Yeah.
I mean, because of internet and Twitter and everything.
Oh, they're always there, yeah, but they always have my back, and I appreciate it.
So we have this one from @Hale's Melody, who, actually, the Army of Hale. Wow, these are intense.
These are
The Army
amazing
of
names.
Hale. How did you decide? Oh, we already said, how did you decide on the title of your album, Road Between, which you answered. So we're
Yeah.
answering all these questions. Ask Lucy Hale. @O'Brien F. Butera.
Nice.
Favorite song to dance to? That's a fun one.
Are we still talking album, or are we talking in gin?
Let's do
Or
both, I guess.
I'm not really much of a dancer, you guys.
Oh, really? You don't have a
So-
dance move?
I mean, I like to have fun, but I'm not like, don't expect me to pop out some choreography. But I did go to Britney Spears, and I can rock out and dance to some Britney.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I mean, not
You
anything
do that?
like she's
Hit me,
doing.
baby. Like that.
Oh, she's like this.
Oh, yeah, this one. I remember those moves.
Yeah. Something like that. So Britney, but I guess off my album, gotta go with Lie a Little Better again. Yeah, but that just makes you want to like.
Yeah, so
Rock
that
out.
is the Lucy Hale dance, like, to your album. Like,
Yeah.
if you were gonna have a dance move that's representative of the album, it would
It'd be the head rocking. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that.
All right.
Something that you've learned from this journey that you would like to share from @Hale's wife. You have a wife.
Cool. Good to know. Something I've learned about myself. Was that the question? I think
from
that-
this journey that
that
you would like
this
to
whole process has really helped me build a lot of self-confidence. I think that, like, I was talking to someone the other day, and I was like, I feel like I can do anything now. To put yourself out there and to sing songs live and write songs and release an album, like, that's as vulnerable as you can get. Like, my heart is literally out of my sleeve, and that's just really helped me feel more secure with what I'm doing and myself, and yeah.
Did anyone help get you there? Because I feel like it is a different process when you're like reading a script and you're doing a TV show.
Yeah.
And then, a musician really needs to be raw and like you need to be okay with just
Yeah.
letting it all go, even when
I
you're
mean-
singing and everything.
Yeah, I mean, about 80% is you and you willing to go to those places. But I'm also very fortunate that I have a really great band, really great team behind me that helping me out when I need it. And yeah, got a lot of people working behind the scenes to make it happen.
And you collaborated with Casey Musgraves also.
Well, I didn't.
bit.
I wish I did. She actually co-wrote a song
Co-wrote,
that's on
well,
the
I mean,
album.
but
But I didn't write it with her. But
she lent her
she lent
skills
her
to
lyrics.
your
yes.
album.
And she, this song, I first heard this song, That's What I Call Crazy, very early on in the process. And this was right before she blew up with her song Merry-Go-Round.
Yeah.
And she's just, I'm such a fan. She's just like lyrical genius. And you just like, you know now listening to a song if it's a Casey song or not. And I think that out of all the songs on the album, it's the most quirky and it's just the most detailed. And it's almost like a music video when you listen to the song because it's painted like so perfectly.
Speaking of music videos, your music video now has over 5 million views on YouTube.
That's
Congratulations.
Crazy. That's nuts.
Tell us about putting that together. That must have been fun for you.
It was fun. I knew we had like a day to complete this shoot. And Philip Andelman, the director, I was a huge fan of him, and he had like extraordinarily beautiful lighting in all of his other work. And so that's what I wanted this video to be like. I wanted it to be like all natural daylight. And then so we were thinking about concepts, and we came up with the concept of a road trip. Like what do all friends like to do? They like to go on road trips. And so it's just us like driving through the canyons. You know, meanwhile, I'm like falling in love with the guy who plays my love interest, and it just feels really fun. I wanted the video to feel like you would want to be a part of it and sing the song and like be in that car with us and be driving to this party with us. And I felt really good about the outcome. Like you never know how things are going to turn out, but
Of
I
course.
was happy with it.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite song to sing on a road trip?
Oh my God, maybe a little Shania Twain.
Yeah.
Man, I Feel Like a Woman. I love that album. Come On Over album.
While you're, basking in the winds
Yeah.
as you're riding
Yeah.
along the
This is
highway.
great. I need to do this. Yeah.
All right, another one from Troyan Hale. What's the first song you'd like to learn how to play on the guitar?
That I did learn, or
Or it
that
says
I
that you'd like to learn, but I guess
that
you
I'd
did.
like
You
to
do
learn?
play on the guitar, so.
Well, I dabble. The first song I learned was Wonderwall by Oasis.
Nice.
And I know kind of a few Taylor Swift songs. But yeah, it was Wonderwall.
So are you gonna play more on the guitar? Are we gonna see that in the future?
I mainly just wanted to learn, because really all you need to write a song is a couple of chords. And so I just learned basic chords, and I've just been doing it just for that. I mean, if I get to the point where I can play on stage, like, awesome, but we'll see.
Any other instruments you want to play?
I mean, I would love to play everything, but I don't know if I have enough time. Actually, it's sitting right behind you. I love a good fiddle. Yeah.
Really?
And a banjo. Yeah, so maybe if I get really good at guitar, maybe I'll learn the banjo. Or they have something called a ganjo, which is a guitar banjo.
That is amazing.
It is amazing.
That's a cool instrument.
Ganjo.
I love mixing.
So next time somebody asks you your favorite instrument, say a ganjo.
Yeah, because no one's said that as like before. So
Yeah.
be like, a ganjo, that
You would
stands
sound
out.
so.
Be like, Lucy Hale told me. All right, at Haler_for life. What made you want to get Nervous Girls as your song? P.S. I'm so glad you did it. It's really beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
kind
I
of
wanted
answered
to get that song purely for that reaction. I knew that it would have a really strong, aside from, like I said earlier, really touching me, I knew that it would have a strong impact with people that I knew were supporting me and following me, and that were gonna listen to the album, because I know that there's a couple of songs in my life that have changed my life and helped me get through certain times, and I feel like that song could be one of them.
Definitely. We are still taking your questions for a bit longer. Hashtag Ask Lucy Hale. Also join me in the chat room. And this one comes from @HugsForHale.
I know that. I follow that girl.
That's cool. That's cool
Yeah,
when you
hey.
notice people. Say
Hey.
hi. What song took the longest to write and work on in general?
What song did we re-record a lot? What song was it? I don't know, I'm looking at your song.
They're like, all your songs
it
are
was either-
perfect, Lucy.
No, it was Kiss Me. It's a song called Kiss Me,
Oh, yeah.
because it was, and I don't know what the reason was, but sometimes it takes a while to just capture a song,
Yeah.
but it was the first song we demoed like 2.5 years ago. It was the first song we knew that was gonna be on the album, so we reapproached it 2.5 years later. My voice sounded different. I hadn't sang the song, I just didn't have that like attachment to it anymore.
Yeah.
So it took 3 or 4 times of being in the studio recording it to really make sure it felt right. And that can be a little frustrating, but we captured it, and now it's one of my favorites again.
Oh, that's great. It's nice when you push yourself there, right?
Yeah.
Because then you appreciate it, even
Yeah.
though in the moment it's so frustrating.
Yeah, and you try too hard, and then it just
Totally.
doesn't work.
So this one is from Ian, HRNG Forever. How are you going to celebrate your album dropping?
Oh man, it's Tuesday. I have the day off from PLL. I think I'm just gonna go to dinner and eat again. I think every happy moment in my life revolves around food, so just dinner with people that helped me get here and helped make the album possible. And unfortunately, my family's not gonna be here, but maybe go to like Target or Walmart and buy my album.
Yeah, someone said that. Are you
I'd
going
be
to
too
go
embarrassed.
to a store
I would
and buy
be
your album?
I would be so embarrassed. I can't.
You need to do that, and you need to like take a
Just,
video,
like-
like an Instagram of you
Yeah.
buying your album.
I don't know if I would have the guts to, but maybe we'll see.
And then like in a hat, secret, like
Yeah.
find Lucy Hale at your anyway.
Or just like get them all and put them all on display. Just so
they'll
in random
already be on
in
display.
random places in the store.
What is your favorite thing about Shania Twain from @SupportHale?
My favorite thing, I feel like Shania, when that album came out, she sort of had such a distinct sound and kind of changed country music for women, and she kind of had her own thing going, and she was really, really unique, and she's like a really strong, aside from being a really great singer, she's got a really strong sense of self. I mean, I don't know her personally, she seems like she has a strong sense of self, and she makes me like proud to be a woman country singer, I guess. At least that's how I felt when I was younger.
You should tweet her. I mean, can't you just tweet her and set up the meeting or something?
Maybe, yeah.
We have Claire Love, who's on YouTube right now, who's saying, you're turning 25 in only 16 days. Is that true?
The countdown's
How does
on.
it feel? Like, what do you do with your birthday?
It feels like I'm gonna be an adult for real.
Oh, you're never an adult at any age.
Yeah, like I always said when I was 20, 25 is
Yeah.
the age. Now I'm like 30 is the age. It feels good. I feel like in a really good place in life, so I'm excited, and I've done a lot in my 25 years, so I'm happy.
And it's
I'm
still
happy
just the
about it.
beginning.
Hopefully, yeah, knock on wood. That was depressing. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, but knock on wood, you never know. But what am I doing to celebrate? I have a show actually that day in LA, and I might be flying somewhere to be with some friends. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
going back to your music at the Lightholder, how do you feel when you hear yourself on the radio?
It's only happened a couple of times, but you know, I've heard You Sound Good to Me a quadrillion million times, but there's nothing like hearing it on the radio for the first time.
Oh, totally.
And you just hear it with new ears, like fresh ears, and it's a pretty cool feeling. And like for me, I can't watch myself on TV. I refuse to. I can't do it. It makes me uncomfortable. I cringe. I just can't. But there's something about listening to my music that I can get through.
Really?
Yeah, it's very strange. I don't know.
So you never watch yourself. That's interesting.
I get uncomfortable.
So at Love Hale Party, what was your reaction when you saw The Road Between was on iTunes charts?
That's crazy. I mean, mainly just because you see, I'm amongst people that I admire and idolize, and to know that people were buying it and supporting it and being receptive of it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and once again, if you haven't bought it, you can buy it right now on iTunes, Road Between. It's out Tuesday, June 3rd. Let's all celebrate together.
Let's do it.
Right, let's do like a social celebration.
Water cheers.
That's what we're toasting.
Sweet.
And we could all like celebrate together. It's true. If you hashtag Road Between when you buy it, I don't know.
Water cheers.
Yeah, we will toast you online and here right now. Hashtag Ask Lucy Hale. We're about to end this incredible live chat. We do have another question. What inspires you to write music? Is it hard to come up with lyrics?
It's a little scary to be able to go to those places and to be willing to expose yourself like that. But I've gotten better as we've been, you know, as this process has gone on. But you just gotta. There is the great thing about music and the great thing about writing is there is no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's all based on opinion and yeah.
And then sometimes the things that scare you the most, other people are feeling.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
It's always going to be relatable.
This one is from at Loving Miss Lucy. Is there a special quote you always try to live by?
Is there a special quote?
Yeah.
There's a few. I mean, there's like the Bible verse that says, love is patient, love is kind, and et cetera, and I think we all try to live by that. But there's one that somebody thought that I had said it first, but I didn't. I think Taylor Swift said it first, but she said, if she did, never let someone take away the essence of your spark. And I think that's really special and important to hear.
That is so nice. Is there a lyric from your album that stands out to you and that really is representative of this entire album?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few in Road Between, but my favorite lyric on the album is from Nervous Girls, and it says, I'm beautifully strong and tragically confused. And I think that kind of describes me too.
And a lot of people, we're all there. We all connect to it, obviously.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to know if you're going to be making more albums after this. Is this the beginning of a long journey in the music world?
I will be making albums as long as you guys will allow me. I think that this is just the start of what's hopefully a really long career. I know that I just love music, so I will, yes, I'm going to continue to.
And a lot of people are asking if you're, like, even we have someone from the UK.
What
People are watching
up,
from around the world.
UK?
Are you going to be touring soon, going around the world with this album?
I mean, that would be ideal.
Going to space?
Yes. I will be performing on Mars. Yeah, I think the plan is we wrap up season 5 in November, and then I'll be doing some touring, and then you know, who knows? It would, I would love to travel and perform and share these songs. Absolutely.
What does someone need to do to get your attention on Twitter?
Don't spam me. You know when someone's like, actually that does get my attention.
But yeah, but then you don't
a
want to
little
answer.
bit. But get my attention on Twitter. I don't know. I'm pretty good about reading a lot of the mentions.
There you go.
I like to know what people are thinking, and sometimes it's really sad and scary what some people say. But I like to know, get a feel for what people are thinking. So yeah. So just tweet me, and then that's all you got to do. Hopefully, I'll see it. Yeah.
And lastly, why should people check out Road Between?
If
Give them the
you
message from Lucy to all of you watching right now.
If you like music, if you like catchy tunes, if you want to get an idea for who I am, I really think you're going to like Road Between. I think that whether you relate to the whole album or one song, I'm pretty sure that there's something that you can grasp onto. So thank you guys so much again for everything. You're amazing. Thanks for this. This was great.
Thank you. Thank you,
so
everyone,
fun.
for watching and sharing the hashtag Ask Lucy Hale. You've been sharing it throughout the week, so.
Yeah, I got it tattooed on my back. Yeah.
Fake tattoo. It's a fake
Yeah,
tattoo.
it's a henna.
We appreciate all your questions and for you supporting this. Of course, if you haven't bought the album yet, Road Between is right now on iTunes, coming out Tuesday, June 3rd. I'm Shira Lazar from What's Trending. Lucy Hale, everyone. You are fabulous and great. Thank you, guys. See you soon. This will be up on youtube.com/Lucy Hale. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.